Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we're going to look at the second-year man, Sam Darnold, and the New York Jets as they match up with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get up to Buffalo. Standing by at New Era Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and we got an AFC matchup, CD, and that begs a question. Can anyone threaten New England in this division? Because they've had a stranglehold on this division for the past 2 decades.
I like the way you describe that. Whatever hold it is, stranglehold, figure four, you name it, they've got it. But I do know this. Young quarterbacks in this division, they're going to have to jump their play up. Will Sam Darnold take the next step after a promising rookie season? We'll start to find out right here, right now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Buffalo Bills, they're being led out here by their 6'5" quarterback, Josh Allen, who has had a really good season. Last year as a rookie, 10 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. This year operating more around a 2-to-1 ratio. Even though not a high volume of touchdown passes, much more efficient. And running the football, he's been even better than he was last year. He had 8 rushing touchdowns as a rookie. He's already surpassed that in his sophomore season. And as far as running quarterbacks go, you'd have to think he's the second best in the league behind Lamar Jackson, and he's got these Bills rolling. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And his first look is incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
And every time I spotlight Frank Gore, who turned 36, and man, I feel worse about myself. Fantastic physical condition, a 5-time Pro Bowler, and one of the top runners in NFL history.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I got you.
On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And the defense for New York.
One of the best young safeties in the NFL, Jamal Adams. Keep an eye out for him because no one is safe when he's on the field, including mascots. Just ask Pat the Patriot. Jamal Adams was also the 2019 Pro Bowl Defensive MVP.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man. Complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And that's complete to Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards, Frank Gore. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Here's Gore. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. This from 42 yards out. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills' opening drive yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating, not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Sam Darnold trotting on the field here with the rest of the Jets offense. And if you talk, Charles, to Jets coach Adam Gase, he says he sees Sam Darnold improving every week. His quote, there's going to be a point where he's going to be a really good player. That's what Adam Gase says. Have you seen enough from Darnold in 2019 that you share that opinion?
I do. I co-sign with his head coach, and I think we have to remember that his season was really choppy due to the mono. Remember, he missed games, missed practice time, and then when he came back, had to be pretty careful with that to make sure he was fully healthy. But I do think that this is a Jets team that they continue to surround this young quarterback and give him opportunities. He will be one of the better players in the league. I liked him coming out of college. I like how he's hung in there during the tough times.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again.
As Buffalo comes back out here, Charles, I just want to give some love to the job that Sean McDermott has done. And, yeah, you got to give the players credit, too, but a double-digit win season, first season of at least 10 wins this year for Buffalo since 1999. And think about McDermott now. He's been to the playoffs 2 of 3 seasons. Since the year 2000, with 7 previous coaches before McDermott, 0 playoff appearances.
And this is a proud franchise, a community that loves their team. And the players carry a lot of pride with them into the future, because I've seen all over social media, former Bills so excited to see how this team is playing, coming out of the woodwork to let the world know, hey, we're all about the Buffalo Bills. You're exactly right. What Sean McDermott has done there in a short amount of time, really, really impressive. And they're also a team that's built to scare the heck out of people in the playoffs. Excellent on defense, a quarterback who can throw it downfield in Josh Allen, and boy, when he breaks contain running it, wreaks havoc on defenses.
Throwing again on second down. Allen, this will be caught by Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I think it's down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, Charles, while we have a second, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen a 7-9 team in Seattle get a home game and a 7-8-1 Carolina team get one. Where do you stand on this? Because there's a scenario where you could have a 13-win team from the NFC West traveling to face an 8-win team from the NFC East.
I know I'm a dinosaur on this one. Absolutely. I love the division champ getting a home game. I don't care what the record is, and I know it sounds wrong, and we're in this society now where everything has to be fair and right. And we would like that, and I would like that too for most big topics. But in sports, it's actually kind of cool when these things happen. Remember, Seattle at 7-9 hosted the defending Super.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And that's going to be
like this when the ball comes free. It's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easy.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
You can't block me.
Now a draw play for Gore. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. As the Jets set up shop for their next drive. You know, Charles, another year for the Jets without a playoff appearance. Gosh, you have to go back to 2010 with Mark Sanchez at QB to find the last time that last time that they took part in the postseason. Been almost a decade.
And they made big moves this offseason to try and get back to the playoffs, to move for Le'Veon Bell at running back, C.J. Mosley at linebacker. They're supposed to bring a different attitude and great They brought the attitude, but the play wasn't there. C.J. Mosley hurt a lot of the season. Le'Veon Bell had his ups and downs, and the team just couldn't get.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here we go, D. 58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
Here's Darnold. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. The All-Pro Andre Roberts deep for Buffalo. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the defense. Just a lone field goal in that first half, and as a result, not too much available in terms of highlights. But that's okay. We've got a full half to go. And to bring it your way, let's get back out to Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
Darnold from the gun. He's got his rookie tight end, Trevon Wesco. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. So it'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Open man, here's Foster. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That is 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Now a delayed give to Gore. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. The tackle there by Brian Poole. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, it's Gore. And down inside the 15 he goes. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw, and he's going to have the connection to Foster. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Gore. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run. It's the fullback, DeMarco. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
The veteran Frank Gore stands alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opening up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.